In 1936, Jesse Owens arrived in Berlin. The stage was set, not just for athletic competition, but for a clash of ideologies. Hitler's Nazi Germany, with its insidious propaganda of Aryan supremacy, intended to use the Olympics as a showcase of their twisted worldview. They sought to portray ethnic Africans as inferior. Jesse Owens, with his remarkable talent and unwavering spirit, was about to challenge that narrative, and he did so spectacularly. The story of the snub, often repeated, needs clarification. Hitler didn't single out Owens. On the first day, he congratulated only German victors. The International Olympic Committee intervened, insisting he acknowledge all medalists or none. Hitler chose the latter. This context is crucial. It wasn't a personal affront to Owens, but a political maneuver. Owens himself addressed this. He acknowledged Hitler's wave from his box. He criticized those who sensationalized the supposed snub. Owens's grace and understanding in this situation are often overlooked. The atmosphere in Berlin was complex. While many Americans feared for the treatment of black athletes, the reality was surprising. 100,000 Berliners chanted Owens' name. He and his black teammates experienced a level of freedom and equality rarely found back home in the United States. This stark contrast highlighted the deep-seated racism prevalent in American society. The Nazis, eager to present a welcoming image to the world, had temporarily suppressed their racist propaganda. The Olympic Village was integrated. Anti-Semitic displays vanished from the streets. This fabricated tolerance, designed to deflect international criticism, provides a chilling glimpse into the regime's manipulative tactics. Robert Vann, the African-American newsman, observed this carefully constructed facade. His reports of German sportsmanship and fair play must be understood within this carefully orchestrated context. The reality of Nazi Germany remained deeply disturbing. This temporary reprieve from overt racism was a calculated move, not a genuine change of heart. Upon returning to the United States, Owens faced the bitter sting of segregation. Denied basic rights and dignities, he famously contrasted his treatment in Nazi Germany with his treatment back home. He couldn't ride in the front of the bus. He couldn't live where he wanted. He was denied the recognition due to an Olympic hero. His words resonate powerfully. It wasn't Hitler who snubbed him, but President Roosevelt, not even a telegram. This painful truth underscores the hypocrisy of racial prejudice in America. It reveals a nation celebrating a black athlete's triumph on the world stage, while simultaneously denying him basic human rights at home. The 1936 Berlin Olympics, a moment of profound complexity. It wasn't simply a sporting event. It was a carefully constructed spectacle, a propaganda tool for the Nazi regime. And yet, within that manipulated environment, genuine human moments transpired. Jesse Owens' triumphs became a symbol of resistance, a challenge to the hateful ideology of the Nazis. But his story also reveals the uncomfortable truths about America's own racial divide. The popular narrative of Hitler snubbing Owens, while not entirely accurate, holds a certain symbolic weight. It highlights the hypocrisy of a regime that preached racial purity while simultaneously using a black athlete's achievements for their own propaganda purposes. Owens' nuanced perspective on the situation, his willingness to see beyond the simplistic narrative, speaks volumes about his character and his understanding of the complex political dynamics at play. The cheers of the German crowds, the Jesse Owens echoing through the stadium, offer a glimpse into the human capacity for admiration and respect, even within a society gripped by hateful ideology. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of times, individual connections can transcend political divides. But we must also remember the context. This apparent acceptance was temporary, a performance for the world stage. The experiences of Owens and his black teammates in Berlin, the freedom of movement and equality they enjoyed, starkly contrasted with the realities of their lives back in the United States. This juxtaposition exposes the deep hypocrisy of American society. How could a nation that celebrated its athletes' victories on the world stage deny them basic human rights at home? The Nazis' efforts to present a sanitized version of Berlin, the temporary removal of racist propaganda, the integration of the Olympic Village, all served a specific purpose: to deceive the international community. The rosy picture painted by some observers, while understandable in the moment, must be viewed with critical awareness. The underlying reality of Nazi Germany remained unchanged. This was not a society transformed, but a society masquerading. The stark reality of Owens' return to the United States, the continued segregation and discrimination he faced, underscores the tragic irony of his story. He was a hero abroad, but a second-class citizen at home. His words about being denied access to the front of the bus, about being denied the opportunity to shake the president's hand, are a powerful indictment of American racism. They expose the hollowness of national pride when it coexists with systemic oppression. Jesse Owens' story is more than just a sports story. It's a story about the complexities of race, politics, and human dignity. It's a story that challenges us to confront uncomfortable truths about both the past and the present. And it's a story that continues to resonate today, reminding us of the ongoing struggle for equality and justice. Jesse Owens' experience at the 1936 Berlin Olympics serves as a powerful lens through which to examine the complexities of the era. It reveals the insidious nature of Nazi propaganda, the hypocrisy of racial prejudice in both Germany and the United States, and the enduring power of human achievement in the face of adversity. The supposed snub by Hitler, while often misrepresented, became a focal point in the narrative surrounding Owens' victories. It allowed the world to see a glimpse of the Nazi regime's manipulative tactics, their willingness to exploit athletic achievement for political gain while simultaneously upholding a hateful ideology. Owens' own words on the matter, his refusal to be drawn into the simplistic narrative of victimhood, demonstrate his remarkable understanding of the political landscape. The enthusiastic reception Owens received from the German crowds, the chants of his name echoing through the stadium, present a complicated picture. While it showcases the human capacity for admiration and appreciation, it also highlights the deceptive nature of the Nazis' carefully crafted image of tolerance. This facade of acceptance masked the deep-seated prejudice and persecution that remained a reality for many in Germany. The stark contrast between Owens' treatment in Berlin and his treatment upon returning to the United States exposes the hypocrisy at the heart of American society. Here was a national hero, celebrated for his athletic triumphs on the world stage, yet denied basic human rights and dignities at home. This dissonance reveals the shallowness of national pride when it's built on a foundation of discrimination. The Nazi regime's manipulation of the Olympics for propaganda purposes, their temporary suppression of racist rhetoric and symbols, serves as a chilling reminder of the power of carefully constructed narratives. The rosy picture of a tolerant Berlin presented to the world during the Games was a deliberate deception designed to deflect criticism and project an image of strength and unity. The story of Jesse Owens at the 1936 Berlin Olympics is a story of triumphs and tribulations, of individual achievement and systemic oppression. It's a story that challenges us to look beyond simplistic narratives and confront uncomfortable truths about the past. It reminds us that the fight for equality and justice is an ongoing process, one that requires constant vigilance and a willingness to challenge the status quo. Owens' legacy continues to inspire, reminding us of the power of human resilience and the importance of speaking out against injustice, wherever it may exist.